Hi friends, how are you? If you are not subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel. My channel name is Real Life Indrajit Pal. Today our discussing topic is sequence impedance. It is a most important topic related to unsymmetrical fault calculation. We have three types of sequence impedance. One is positive sequence impedance and is denoted by Z1, negative sequence impedance Z2, zero sequence impedance Z0. Now we discussed about what is positive sequence impedance. The impedance offered by an equipment or circuit to positive sequence current is called positive sequence impedance. What is negative sequence impedance? The negative sequence impedance is that impedance offered by a circuit or equipment to flow of negative sequence current is called the negative sequence impedance. And what is the zero sequence impedance? The zero sequence impedance, the impedance offered by any circuit or equipment to flow the zero sequence current is called the zero sequence impedance. So we discussed about what is positive sequence impedance, what is negative sequence impedance, what is zero sequence impedance. Now we know that for different phase sequence, we have different impedance. We consider here a star connected systems. This is the R phase, Y phase, B phase, and this is the neutral is directly grounded. So this phase sequence has different impedance than the Y phase sequence, and the Y phase sequence has the different impedance than the B phase sequence. So the different phase sequence have different impedance. Okay, if we are just operating the three-phase balanced system, no negative or zero sequence current will flow to the systems. So we consider that the balanced three-phase systems has only one impedance. It is the positive sequence impedance. Okay. In an unbalanced system, three-phase unbalanced systems, we have three numbers of sequence current and three numbers of sequence impedance presents. Okay. So now we discussed about the applications and the sequence impedance of a power systems equipment. First of all, we discussed about the synchronous generator. What is it? Is a generator to generate the power from the power plant and feed the power to the nearest substation to the load center. Okay, what is this? It is a negative sequence impedance is less than the positive sequence impedance. Negative sequence impedance is less than the positive sequence impedance, and zero sequence impedance here is variable item and may be taken equal to the positive sequence impedance if its value is not given. So we understand from here that the negative sequence impedance is less than the positive sequence impedance, and zero sequence impedance is equal to the positive sequence impedance if the value is not given. For in case of the synchronous generator, in case of the transformers at substations or in a power plant, we know that the negative sequence impedance and positive sequence impedance are equal to each other, and it is also equal to the impedance of the transformers. So positive and negative sequence impedance is considered as the impedance of the transformers. And what is the zero sequence impedance? Positive sequence, a zero sequence impedance is equal to the positive sequence impedance. Okay. What is the positive sequence impedance? This positive sequence impedance is also is the impedance of the transformers. So if the circuit is if the circuit of earth current, if the circuit has a earth current, that means this star connected systems, or if the bus is delta, you have to use the earthing transformers to generate the virtual earth. So in case of the earthing systems or the flow circuits of the earth current, the zero sequence impedance is equal to the positive sequence impedance. If the no earth path is present, so the zero sequence impedance will be infinite, and that is very dangerous for the systems. In case of the transmissions line, the positive sequence impedance is equal to the negative sequence impedance and is equal to the impedance of the line, total line, obviously total line. And the zero sequence impedance is a variable items and it is considered as the 3 times of the positive sequence impedance if its value is not given. So friends, today we discussed about the sequence impedance. Is a very important topic. We have to remember, and if you interested, please see and press the bell icon for more updates and more information. Thank you very much.